Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 27th of December 2023. It's 10:56 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'm gonna do a little trade recap here. And I'm also in a live trade on the ES. So let's see here. So I was looking to take a buy here at the central pivot range. And let's see, that level is 48.1992. And I got caught up in like a sell here from like VWAP going down here, like taking a short when we kind of rejected the VWAP area here. That's the white line. Took a short right there, and I kind of broke even that trade. So let me just try and find some levels here. So the short was at 48.2250, and then I covered at 48.23, right? So that was roughly a break-even trade. And then I took another short here going down to the central pivot at 48.21. So I was getting kind of misled by the weakness in the ETH, right? And this is something that I gotta work on as well, because this was a mistake here, because this wasn't the original plan to take shorts, right? So while we're moving down here, right, I'm looking at the weakness, and this rejection at VWAP misled me into believing that we're gonna sell off, right? So that wasn't the original plan. We're in an uptrend. The central pivot is just like my last trade setup video. The original plan is to go long off of this area here. So I got misled by price action, which is something typical for traders to kind of leave out their plan and just follow price action because of how convincing it looks, right? So took the short here, broke even that trade. Let me just make this bigger. Right, so took the short here, 48.2250. Basically broke even that trade at 48.23. Went short here again at 48.21. And then I broke even that trade somewhere at 48.23 as well. Then I started to take buys here at 48.24.50 and 48.23.25. So around this area here. After I started really to consider my VWAP strategy, holding at the second lower deviation band, breaking above the first lower deviation band, I started to take the buys right here at around 48.23, 48.24, right? So covered that position here when we got to this upper deviation band. Let's see what we are covered, right? So after we had this rejection here, and we started to move down back to VWAP, I just covered my trade at 48.25.25. So that was a small profit, nothing really big there. Basically 1 point if that, you know. So eventually we're holding above VWAP. So I'm thinking we're definitely gonna get to at least this second upper deviation band, and possibly higher to like R1. So started to accumulate here, bought at 48.2650. Another buy here at 48.27. And another buy here at 48.29, right? So price started to struggle here at the upper deviation band. We had some reversal patterns. I kind of held going into the support at VWAP. We had this nice reversal pattern just above VWAP here, so I thought that was gonna hold. This one right here, nice reversal pattern off of this. We had some stoppage right there. We had the sell, had the reversal pattern, coming back up, but then we broke again at this upper deviation band right here, and that's when we lost VWAP, and that's when I had to stop out below VWAP. I think my stop was, let's see here, 48.25 was my stop, just below VWAP around this level here, right? So stopped out of that position here. Took a short here now. Now this was kind of just following momentum. Shouldn't have really taken this short because it's again it's a going against the plan. So I'm taking two shorts in kind of like the same area here, right around 48.2350, and I think this wasn't even, I didn't even catch 48.2350. I caught it all the way at 48.2075. Yeah, 48.2075 and 48.20. So I basically put my stop above VWAP here, and this actually came back and stopped me out at 48.2625, and it was a wider stop. So I was like, wow man, this is crazy, because we actually got the at the buy entry where I'm supposed to be buying at the central pivot. We actually got the support there again and moved up and clipped my stop. So got stopped out twice, and now basically taking a short here again at 48.1950, because prices basically really weak here. We did not, we failed on the upward move, creating lower highs, right? We're holding below this lower deviation band right here, this green line. Let me just point it out with the arrow. Right, so now we're making lower highs at this lower deviation band, that green line right there. But this is still not a great trade, because we can still go bullish from here, because this central pivot is like a, it's like a magnet for price for a pullback. Like if it's in an upper value relationship like it is right now, it's like a pullback magnet. It's a magnet for price to kind of push off of. So this is not a great trade either, and I think I'm just gonna tighten that stop right there. So anything above this lower deviation band, I'ma just stop out right there. The target for this though is let's see, go to Bookmap here, go to Trader Map Pro. Just open this up a little bit. And the liquidity here is where my target is, like 48.15. I'm actually at 48.14, so I need to move that up. 48.15, and that's basically my my target right there. Is just below Camarilla S3 at 48.15.50. This is also value area high 48.16.50. So these two levels here could be support, as well, as I was saying in my trade setup video. So this whole play right now is like a, it's like a low probability play, and narrating it right now is basically showing me that I definitely shouldn't be in this trade. It's not like a high probability trade. The setup is bullish, although we getting like this double top here and we're moving down. It's still not a high probability trade, because we could always get buyers right around this area. We have the liquidity here on Bookmap. The buyers could enter at this area here when they touch this liquidity and get all the way back up to 48.26.25, where there's resting liquidity again. We had these two liquidity levels here, value area high, and I believe that was value area low. Let me just check that out. 48.06 value area low. This is at, no, this is actually, a lower support area here around this area, or secondary test, between secondary test and lowest point of support. on my Wyckoff theory. That's on the 1 hour chart. Let me just switch over there real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, so this right here, that's the lowest point of support in this bullish move right now. Right, so this was at the 22nd of December, last week Friday. That's when we got that sell-off, lowest point of support, and came back, and we're just moving up right now. Right now we're moving kind of sideways, and the way this is looking right now on the 1 hour chart, I would say we're above here at the uptrust. We're above this uptrust. We created another uptrust here at previous week's high, 48.30.75. We're probably gonna get like a big deep retracement back to this 48.02 level. This is also weekly value area high at 48.14. So I believe that's where this liquidity on Bookmap is also resting, 48.15. Right, so that's actually the weekly value area high right here at 48.14.25. So let's see here. I think my target is gonna get hit. We're probably gonna come back to that level. Would it break down further from there? Oh no, this is another lowest point of support here. Let me see. Let me just put that up. Let's see. The low here is 48.0650. Right, so that's another target right there, possibly. If price is going to retrace and come back into the breakout level here, from this breakout level at roughly value area high, weekly value area high, and probably come back to this lowest point of support, then that's probably a target for a sell-off today. But I'm thinking maybe we'll just come back here to like 48.14 and maybe cruise around here a little bit, maybe get a little push below. Not really sure what price is doing right now, but it's not making any big moves. It's not making any big moves right now. And I'm really thinking like it might just push up from here, because on the 1 hour chart, this could just be the bottom of the range right here, and we could just push back up to the top of the range. This is weekly Camarilla R3 right here, so we're actually getting resistance here at this 48.2950 level, which is weekly Camarilla R3. So we could possibly get some bullish action right here and push back up, or get to my target here. So let's see here. Camarilla S3 here. We could also get that buying from here right just above my target. So yeah, this isn't really a high probability live trade right now. And again, this is paper trading, not really doing any live trades until the new year. And this right here, that's the daily chart. All right, let's switch over to like my volume chart right here. So on the volume chart on the 5-minute, we were actually coming up to this low volume, or like the top edge of the volume profile. So that's where we got selling before yesterday. So we basically sold off from just below that today again. Let's see on the 15-minute chart volume profile. Roughly the same thing. Everything was kind of moving towards the top edge of the volume profile, and I guess we didn't get enough buyers coming in there, so there was no support initiative buyers to take that up. Same thing on the 1 hour chart, top of the volume profile. And also on the daily, we're at the top of the volume profile, but it's kind of sustaining itself there a little bit. We had this sell-off from the top, came back down to 47.50-ish or 47.43, and that's when we had this buying coming back up here. So we're back at this the top of the volume profile on the daily as well. So might come back to this low volume node of 47.22.50, but that's a big dip. Don't know how far this is really gonna go down, if it's gonna go down. And on the 1 minute chart, this is looking like, see, this is looking like it's like an attempt at a reaccumulation, but it's really weak, right? Because you would have here, this is something like the preliminary stop. That's the secondary stop. That's the automatic rally. This is the secondary test. We're supposed to push up from here, probably try and test like the automatic rally again in phase B, but this phase B here is breaking down, so that's showing signs of weakness. We're only coming back up to this level, creating lower highs, so this might be like a redistribution or a distribution pattern happening here. So if we do break down this level here, that will be distribution where we get like probably a little bounce from here, retest, and some further movement down. And if it is reaccumulation, then it's looking pretty weak right now, you know. All right, let's take a look here at Bookmap. So basically sellers just took control here. There's mostly some big sell orders here in these purple bubbles. Buyers kind of tried to take control at this level here around let's see, what time was that? Roughly 10:21. But they just lost it again. And this is the volume point of control. That's I labeled this a POC fail right there. So that's when we started to lose the upward momentum. Volume profile has now moved down here again. So let's see what I'm gonna label this one as. Let's see if we're gonna get some failure here or if it's gonna push back up. Most likely it's gonna fail here again. Let's see, I'm gonna just label this POC fail. And if it changes, then I'll just relabel it POC push. Right, so we're attempting to take out that volume point of control right there, developing volume point of control. That's that purple line right there. You see it says POC. So some aggressive buyers is trying to push price up off of this central pivot. So let's see if they're gonna be successful. And looking at the VWAP here, this lower deviation band, if we do reclaim that, then we should probably move up to at least VWAP. So we're pushing above that now, and I think I'm gonna take this stop out right here. So all of the trades were unsuccessful today, and that's because I actually broke this rule. I should have taken a wait till we come back to this central pivot level here, started taking the buys and go up to this level. Right, so I should have started taking the buys right here. When we start getting this reversal at this level here, I could probably start exiting positions at this level here, at this first upper deviation, and the second upper deviation that's creating the resistance. So could have had those buys from this level up to here, start looking to take profit, and when we start breaking down here, just take profit. And that would have been a solid trade today. I kind of did the opposite. Like even right now, I'm trying to go short at this central pivot range, and I'm probably gonna get stopped out here. So that was my lesson for today. Trying not to let price action lead me too much. You know, just kind of stick to the plan and work with what the plan is telling me, which is it's a more high probability that the plan would work out, which it actually did. It didn't get to like the targets of like yesterday's high and floor pivot R1. Yesterday's high is at 48.3450. Floor pivot R1 is at 48.43. So the buying wasn't as consistent in the ETH as yesterday. Right? So we opened, let's go back to the 5-minute. Right, so we opened, it's looking like it's strong. All right, let me take this off. Right, so it's looking like it's strong, but it immediately sold off in comparison to yesterday in the ETH. Let's see here. See, yesterday's dynamic was different, right? We opened strong and we maintained that strength during the ETH, right? And then at the open, now it was similar in the pullback. At the open today and yesterday, we had like some selling going into the open, right? But the major difference is the accumulation that we had in the hold on. The difference was like this is the same as today, but the difference was the accumulation that happened prior to the sell-off, right? So we had that nice accumulation. Buyers are building their position, moving into the open, had a little sell-off, and then we had the buyers come in, right? And they just took that up the rest of the way, right? But today we had selling in the ETH, right? So it's looking like, let's say these guys here are still taking profit, right? Took profit in the ETH, had a little buying, and moving into the RTH, we had the selling. So it's looking like they were taking profit this whole time. Let's see, where's the right? And we even had this little push before the RTH open, and then major selling coming in here. So it's a different dynamic from yesterday's ETH. So it's really showing weakness. We having a lot of signs here of weakness, double top, but yet still this buying area here. Let's see what level this is in comparison to the ETH yesterday. Okay, nothing significant there. I guess you could say from this level here, it's like a breakout level from around 48.20. So we had like this, let me just mark this up. I guess you could say that this is a little range right here. And we had a breakout from that level right there. So I guess there may be like buyers still from who took this breakout up to this level. Maybe they're still trying to defend their positions here a little bit. And we're now above this lower deviation band, so no need for me to wait for this stop out. I'm gonna just close this position right here and come out of this low probability trade. You know what I'm saying? These shorts today isn't really high probability trades. Everything is setting up where buyers from yesterday can just support their positions at value area high 48.16, Camarilla S3 48.15.50. This is the POC area in the market profile. Buyers could be sitting right there. This is value area low and Camarilla S4. Buyers could be sitting right there. And also yesterday's low. So not really taking, if anything, this should be a long right here. Right, you see how we're getting stoppage accumulation right there. We're reclaiming this lower VWAP band. If anything, this could be a long right here. You know, back up to probably the ETH open 48.27.75, something like that, probably upper VWAP band. So let's see what that'll look like. Let's see if I take a buy here, risking 2 points to get basically 4 points, 4.5 points. So it's looking like today is done, unless buyers just come in and start taking price all the way back up. Probably to yesterday's high, maybe. All right, so well, yeah, that was my lesson for today. This is kind of like my little diary. I know I made some mistakes today. Didn't stick to my trading plan. Went short when I was supposed to go long at the open. Right, came back to my target area right here, where I was supposed to go long. Got caught up in a short here. Should have went long up to this area here when we reversed. Could have stopped out right here. And yeah. Alright, y'all. So it's Malak Shalomo. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed.